so here is the requirements of effective internal control. So this is what we were talking about a little bit earlier. For you to conclude that the system of internal control is working effectively, we have to have all 5 of those components. So the information and communication, the control environment, control activities, all of those, and the relevant principles. So the 17 principles that we talked about for each of those have to be present and functioning. So it's kind of like when we do our opinion and we say that, you know, the controls have been designed and then they're working the way they were designed. It's similar to that. So we're being present implies that it actually exists with the design and implementation, and functioning means that it continues to exist in operation. So it's actually, you know, we can't put all these beautiful controls in place and then not actually have them working and then say that we have an effective system of internal control. And then to have effective control, we also have to have those 5 pieces work in integration. So we talked about the control environment, and we've talked about a lot about control activities, but certainly reporting, you know, that was one that might have gotten kind of a back seat to some of these other ones. But certainly the reporting has been driven more, not just the financial statements, but say, you know, how we're analyzing data, how we're driving products that we use based on data and things like that. So the reporting has to be an integral part of the whole process, as well as information communication and the rest. So I know back in the day, you know, when we got reporting, like in technology, you know, your technology was just a database. You know, like I was in lending, so you had a database of deposits or loans, and you know, it had your account number and your, you know, the customer's name and their balance and what the interest was and that type of thing. And so the reports just were driven off of that, you know, balances and account numbers and what have you. But now, I mean, you all can tell more than I do how sophisticated the reporting is. And so not only do we want to drive more sophisticated reporting, but we actually want to use it. So it doesn't help if we generate all of these, you know, fantastic analytics and what have you, but we don't drive them to once again meet the objectives of the business. And so that's kind of why when we went back earlier about meeting objectives, it's always about meeting the objectives of the business. So each of those individual pieces, you know, have to drive the business meeting objectives. And then this last one is talking about, can you conclude that you have an effective system of internal control if there's a deficiency? So yes, I mean, if there's a deficiency, there can still be an effective system of internal control, but you don't want it to be combined into one or more being a major deficiency, and there's a lot of judgment and things that come into this at the moment. But again, you're looking at them across the 5 principles. So if you have something, the control testing, and you have something in the reporting, there, you know, it's an integrated approach.